Hey guys, Lennon. We're back in another video. Today, since my soul ranking video is out, it's coming out if it's not out yet. And then today, we are gonna do a ranking of all of the soul traps. In the bottom row, we got You Call That a Test. These are actually like the worst traps in the movie. Which, if someone dies in those traps, then they are 0 IQ. And then the next row, Breaking the Rules. These traps are still bad. I can give them enough credit. And there are some tortures. More torture. And then Forever Scared. These are the traps that are not bad, but they can get a bit of work. There. And the next up is Kill Me Now. These are the traps that are actually good, but as like there are some stuff that are like boring. I can like still take off enough points there. And then on top is Game Over. Those are the traps that are actually like the best. Even some of them that I cannot even survive myself. So we'll be actually starting off with the bathroom trap from the first movie. Also, we're first talking about the first movie, and then we'll be going down to X. I apologize to all of the Saw fans about Saw 11, but we'll still talk about the other 10. So, yep. Starting off, we have the bathroom trap. As like the key, first off, you don't want to let them know about the key being in the tub, drained already. And then we got Dr. Gordon's goal to be him killing Adam. And then we have like John Kramer in the center playing dead. I actually put this in Breaking the Rules. There's like actually a scene when I did like seeing how Dr. Gordon starting hitting with that with the toilet seat, the toilet lid. and the way they have to saw their foots off. Yeah. And the next up, we have the razor wire maze. So as we talk about that, you're trapped around barbed wire, and as you move, you're getting cut. You have to escape the barbed wire before the time runs out. And I see that there's a lot of needles around him. I can also put this in breaking the rules since it did actually happen too fast. But besides that, the way they killed him, I did see the body. Ooh. Next up, we got the flammable jelly. And as you are gonna be trapped in a room naked. As the floor is also slippery. You're trying to look at a lot of numbers around the room. Before the time runs out. As the whole jelly gets on fire from that candle. Actually, I might put this in forever scared. Because again, I believe they just speed this up. But what I did like is the way they burned him, the makeup effect after he got burned. That's something I actually like. The next up is we got the reverse bear trap itself. I'm gonna put this in game over. First game over trap. The fact that this is iconic. And we get to see an overview of what will happen if the time runs out. As we have Jigsaw's first appearance on the TV she's looking at. Well, the key is in someone's stomach, which Amanda has to start stabbing. So, yep. It would have been brutal if it did kill her. But next up is the drill chair. That is trying to get covered off by Jigsaw. And like right when he turns it on, they'll have to find like a key for him. And yes, if you see my like head being turned off, not really facing the camera, that means I'm watching like the video of the trap happening from each movie. So forgot to remind you. So I'm gonna put this in Kill Me Now. Since somebody has to like help you, help freeing you. And the next up, we have the hallway. Oh, and ooh, yeah. The way that shotgun got the officer's head, like exploding him. Although it's not like completely on screen, it is still like it is still a gross one. Like, it's not as good as the reverse bear trap because I actually want to see the damage of his head. Next on the list is Zepp's Test. And yeah, it's just by kidnapping Dr. Gordon's family. And it's not really anything, though. Like, I wouldn't call that like a trap or anything. But this is the list of traps from the first Saw. And the next up, we got Saw 2. Starting off with the opening of the movie, the death mask. And yeah, this is a lot more deadly than the reverse bear trap. So, like, first off, the key that he's trying to get is in his eye, which is going to be so hard to pull out. Because although you're going to be blind anyways, I cannot even survive that trap myself. And then as it shuts down in a really gruesome way. So yeah. For anyone that wants to keep both of their eyes, this cannot be a trap for you. Closing down and killing him. And I actually love the blood dripping. Next up, we got the electrified staircase. Happening to the cops. And they're not really like it's not really that good. As what happened to those two cops are my least favorite kill in that movie. So I will actually want to put this in breaking the rules. And the next up, we got the nerve gas. Also known as the starting of the group game. That's what I call like every trap on multiple people. Like as they are trying to use like a brick wall. And then we got some evidence inside of the brick. There's actually a safe that they have to unlock. I'm putting this in Forever Scared. Next up, we have the Man Gun Eye Hole. Ooh. I'm actually gonna put this in Kill Me Now. As it is actually like a lock door. As he used the key, as he was told not to, he did. Actually, it did shot him in the eye. Instead of unlocking the door. And you do gotta follow by Jigsaw's rules. And the next up is the furnace. As you have to start off getting inside to get the needles, which is Ubi. Make sure you got both needles. As you get the first needle, the cage starts closing, and then we got fire coming out for each layer. I'm actually gonna put this in the top of breaking the rules. Considering the worst trap from Saw 2. And there's not really like makeup effects on Ubi, like special effects. After he died, just some burnt spots. Which I don't, and I don't really like appreciate the trap. It's not really anything. But I'm actually putting it on the top, since it did actually burn Obi. And the next up we got the needle bit on Amanda. As it is not really like that brutal. I'm gonna put this between flammable jelly and the Nerf gas. Because we got needles around her. So you're trying to find the needles that's actually different before the time runs out. Because it would have been really hard. But it's not getting higher because it's not really that creative. But it's still painful. And then next up, we got the razor box. Which you just start putting both your hands in the box, and they just stay stuck. I'll actually put this in the bottom of Kill Me Now, because besides her hands being amputated, I don't actually know how she died besides that. But it's still really brutal if you were to get your hands stuck in there. Oh yeah, that's right. The antagonist killed her. Oh, never mind, he just lets her go. But I did like how there was blood spreading down her arms. So, saying if it's a soul trap from 1 and 2, there's the list for now. So we are now starting off with the classroom trap. So you're stuck in an elementary school, stuck by chains, as you're also trying to free all of them off. I will actually put this in Kill Me Now. Actually above the eye hole, the magnum eye hole. Because it's just the same thing that you're doing, just trying to pull yourself off of the hooks. But then next up, we actually got the angel trap. Which you have to stick your hand in acid to get the key. And then as the time runs out, all of the guts got pulled off of the victim. It's not the best trap, but it did have the best kill. And the next step is the shotgun collar. This is when John Kramer is actually getting sick. And then the victim has to wear on a collar. And then if he dies, you die. I'll actually put this above Kill Me Now. What? Why is it? I mean, there. Because imagine what would happen if that collar kills you. Because your head would have exploded. Which, yeah, John Kramer has already died in that movie. But next up, we got the freezer room. Another trapping game over. So you're trying to save someone who is freezing that hard. Which then, if the time runs out, before you free them, all of the cold air runs to him and then freezes him. And then as you got some of the ice off, it was stuck to his skin. So that's really gross. Next up, we got a pig fat. And ooh, that is a gross one. Put it in breaking the rules, I guess. This you're trying to drown in those brown liquid from a pig being shredded. Actually, though, yeah. Now I'm gonna put in breaking the rules. Because seeing these pigs being shredded is actually gruesome. It would have been better if it was like blood. As all the pigs are dead. So next up we got the rack. Which I absolutely... This is actually my favorite trap from Saw 3. Because of the fact that it's starting twisting that man's ankles and wrist. As you're trying to hold on to the trap, it is more panic. And like, if you survive that, go to a hospital. And then once you get the key, the gun will go on. And then as the gun gets shot, we got some makeup effects, more makeup effects of where the gun shoot him. On someone else. So yep. Still not the best. The kill's not as good as what happened to the angel trap, but it is actually the best trap if you want to twist someone's bones. So, next up, we got Amanda's test. I also don't understand the trap about Amanda's test, so yeah. Actually, like, put a collar on her, which gets connected to John's heart. Which is actually kind of a good one. So I realized they were like tests they were doing in like the end of each movie. So actually, yeah, I'm not really getting on someone's test. So just the top, if you call that a test. And then we got Jeff's final test. Okay, actually, really do not care for those tests. And the next up, we got Saw 4. Which we start off with the mausoleum. Starting off, one of them has their mouth stapled, and then one of them has their eyes stapled. As the one that has the eyes stapled does have the key, and then the guy with the mouth stapled is trying to free his mouth using his key. I'm gonna actually put this in on top of Forever Scared because it was getting like horrifying seeing that man's mouth being untied, throwing up some blood. And the next up, we got the sculpting seat, which you're trying to free a girl. And then the more the time runs out, her hair will get pulled. I do actually like that trap. What above the freezer room? If she was to fail that, all of the hair would have would have been pulled off. Next up goes the bedroom trap. Which starts off someone being laid down on a bed. As all your limbs get pulled off, and then believe it also stabbed both of his eyes as well. This is another trap I actually like. I'm actually putting this above the shotgun hallway. Although the kills are not really that great, the traps are still good. Next up is the spike trap. This is actually the worst trap from Saw 4. Which, not that it's bad, but it's like the least creative trap. And then we got the girl that's, and I'm giving it credit because the girl actually had a hard time if they have to pull off those spikes off of them. Next is the explosive puppet. Okay, okay. As we did see the puppet's head exploding, it's not really that much to deal with. Or I don't really have anything to say about that kill. Besides that, next up we got the knife chair. And ooh. Another good one. As you're trying to get your head through those knives, which is getting painful. Then you're now trying to get that key. Nope. Next up, spine cutters. And then we see, as it was attracted to the victim's back with a leather harness, is a contraption of two pliers of his upper end, aiming for the neck, that can cut his spine if he doesn't follow the rules. Guess I'll put it in the bottom of Kill Me Now. Since it is gonna be brutal if it cracks someone's bones. Next up is the ice block trap. Which one of them's a prisoner who I remember getting his head exploded by a chunk of ice. And then one of them's a survivor? Or, no. One of them's innocent? And then the prisoner's ankle is actually broken. And like, I don't really have anything to say about this, though. I can also put this in Kill Me Now. As how they both died does look cool. Next up, we got the traps from Saw 5. And for 1 to 4, this is the list. So the Podium has these chains stuck in both his arms and his legs. So you're trying to reach a key before the axe starts swinging on him. What I did like is how the axe is swinging onto his guts. I'll actually put this on like the top of Kill Me Now. Because there is actually like a large blade in the shape of the pendulum. Next up is the water cube. And this is actually like a trap that I don't really care about. It's not really that much. There's just a tube inside the cube that there is now getting water, and the man is trying to survive being in the water, which he stabs himself with like a straw thing that keeps him breathing. So I'm actually putting this on like the bottom of breaking the rules. So next up is actually going to be the shotgun chair. So we actually have a man that's tied up to a chair that actually has a shotgun onto his neck. That would have been game over. Because if the shotgun did have a bullet, which it did not, though. But we should have actually seen that. It's actually not really a way to free yourself off the chair. If your hands are that stuck. So next is the necktie trap. So with the necktie trap, this is actually the first trap that actually goes to you call that a test. Because as you are trying to break the glass with something hard, get the key, and then free yourself. And the only girl that actually got killed in the trap, because their decapitation was so unrealistic. I actually do not want to see someone getting decapitated like that. Saul knows what a gruesome kill is. But then now, we are talking about the sealing jars. Alright, I'll actually put this above the pendulum on Kill Me Now. What you're trying to do is break each jar and then try to find the shape of the key that matches the lock. And then, if you do not, you can get blown up. Which, as we went back there, I did like the way you can see the body. Besides that, it's still an easy trap. Even though it's not really that bad. It is still fun to watch. The next up, we got the electric bathtub. So the electric bathtub is when you're trying to betray someone else. Which then, you actually use the body by not letting hers touch yours. And then the door is unlocked. Another Kill Me Now trap. Because however, if you want to do the electric tub, you can do it yourself and not just sacrifice someone else's life. So, and then we got 10 prints of sacrifice. So, like, I'm actually gonna put this in Game Over. You're actually trying to stick your hands in the hole on the blade to fill your own blood in the jar to win. And it is actually painful to see the hands getting chopped in half. So, next up, it is going to the glass coffin. So, as you got inside of a clear box, first off, And then you need to find, and you have to get yourself out of there. And then broken glass is inside of you. This is actually like another forever scared trap. Between the mausoleum and the flammable jelly. Because there's not really any. But you really do not want to lay down in pieces of broken glass. So, there. Adding the Saw 5 traps, there's the list for now. Only one of them is in You Call That Test. We got one trap that actually sucks, so that's good. That's kind of a good thing for now. Next up, we're now talking about the Saw 6 traps. We got Saw 6 starting off with a pound of flesh. This is actually a game over kill. Trap. Which, put above the bathroom. Putting above the rack. Which, we got the lady that survived. Chopped her whole arm off. As the one that's going against her, just pulling out all of his organs. Look, to get a whole limb is actually a smart way to survive the trap. But the way that man died, ooh. Getting drilled all right to your brain. Yep. And the next up, we got the oxygen crusher. And the way to survive this is just by holding your breath. As for the whole thing, that's the whole thing. Just hold your breath, and you'll be just fine. Which, yeah, another trap that goes to, You Call That a Test. Still putting it below the necktie trap. The reason why I'm putting it in that list is because there is no need that you can die in that. Hold your breath. I get it. That's hard. But if, like, the other opponent's breathing, yeah, you can definitely survive that. And next up is the gallows. That killed Alan. And then, as you first off get to see the jigsaw puppet being tied up to a neck, you have to pick between one or the other. And you have to save one of them. Which is actually hard to choose. But then once you save one of them, and then just let one of them go, let the lever go, that person will start being strangled in the barbed wire. Again, I'll actually put that in the gallows. Put that in breaking the rules. Because it's not really like a creative way to hang someone like that. They should actually be more creative. But next up, we'll be talking about the steam maze. It starts off in the flaming place, or no, it's not. It does look that odd, actually. But you're trying to help someone survive the maze. And there's like, as you're trying to save her, the flame starts going to you. You're the one that starts burning. And even the cage is odd. So, like, it's really that easy, actually. This barely goes out if you call that a test, because again, as you're saving the one that's in the maze, you also get burned. So, but next up we got the shotgun carousel. And yeah, it's like a merry-go-round of chairs. Which do you want to shoot them or save them? Shoot 3, save 3. And then as you save them, your hand then gets crushed. It's also like a merry-go-round. This is another breaking the rules. But what I did like is the way they got shot in the heart. And the next step is gonna go to the acid room. And then this is actually about okay, so about the acid room, what I did like seeing that guy melt in the cage, so I will actually put this in the bottom of Game Over, since this is like an ending, a way they ended the movie. And then, next up, we got the bear trap again. So, I do believe this is actually like the same thing. I would really not include that. So, now we're on to Saw 3D, my least favorite Saw movie. So the public execution is about a couple, and then the girl cheated on him, which both boys then broke up with her. They both balanced the Saw onto her. There's no way, as they even do this in public. Next up, we got the pain train. Forgot to mention, as the blade is killing her, this is starting off as the blood's not even realistic. And yeah, actually, the pain train. This is actually a dream kill. Absolutely do not like these 3D effects. Really not. And the next, we got the horse power trap. Which you're right now in a car. And then you're glued onto the seat. And you're trying to get yourself off the glue seat to get the thing off the windshield before the time runs out. And then it can kill everyone. And there is no way for a singer for that Chester Bennington from Linkin Park would have a good time doing that. Even though he did try his best. Again, like really, what is with that trap? I'm gonna put it on top because at least the kills are alright. I don't know. But next up, we got the lawnmower trap. So I'd like to see that again. As there are two people that you're trying to get each other off, like push each other down the lawnmower. This is really not any. This is not anything. Nothing. This is nothing. Except for blood spraying, which is not realistic. Again, these 3D movies. I suggest they stop making them that realistic. Next up is the suspended cage, which is really easy. Even that man survived. You just jump over the traps as you get off the cage. Doesn't do anything special? No. So, next up, Silent Circle. And I don't even have to watch a video of that again to know it's bad. Just be quiet the whole time if you're the victim. Don't scream. Just be quiet. I'm just giving them all balanced. I'm just giving them equal now. Some of them are just gotta stay equal. So I should have even explained. But next up, we are talking about the employment wheel. Which I guess what killed her is gruesome. Stabbing her whole entire face, but well, she should have survived. I should have saved her by just keep lifting the thing. Lift the handle. What do I want to put this? I guess I'll put it there. And then we got the Hanksman news. For real, what is this? Like there is someone that is blindfolded? I'm just gonna say that he tried to catch a key, missed it, and then ends up being hanged up. And then the wisdom teeth. He just has to pull the two teeth he was told to out. Still not do anything. Yeah, that is still nothing. And then the bruising ball? I want to see what it looks like. I already know it's like a bad one, but I just want to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, you're just stuck in a... Oh, you're trying to get your... Okay, you actually got like... You got those hooks inside of his chest to save her. Is you're trying to plug in the cord, and then she got burned. whole tube she got into and starts setting on fire. Nothing special. No need. Actually, yeah. Then next, we got the sentry gun. So, okay, it's actually a gunshot. It's actually just a turret. How boring. Put a buff silent circle still. Or, think that's enough. And then we got the Cyanide box. Which I cannot find a name. Okay, actually nothing is special about this. Really nothing special. And then we got the bear trap. Again. Normally I wouldn't include it, but the fact that they actually ruined it. They ruined it. So. Yeah. Go there. Right there. And now we're talking about the traps from Jigsaw. The 8th installment. So first off, we're gonna talk about the bucket room trap. I'm actually gonna put this in like breaking the rules because it's actually an easy trap. Just cut yourself with a saw blade because it just wants your blood. Just not really that much. And then the one that's sleeping, which spoiler alert, it is actually the victim. Is actually like cut into different blades. As you remove the bucket from the body, you actually get to see like half of the head looking like it got decapitated. So looks cool. We're next up. We can talk about the chain hangers. So about the chain hangers, the needles have clues, and then the guy use like the wrong needle on her, and then it starts killing her. Actually, I can actually put this in like the bottom of Forever Scared, because it is actually like a brutal way of how all that blood came out of her. So, okay, leg wires. This can go on the top of Forever Scared. This is a consequence if you don't follow the rules. Which then, chop the leg into pieces. And then, next, we got the grain silo. First up, I'm actually going to put it in the bottom of Kill Me Now. So it's almost like you're gonna drown in some of the grain. But what will happen next is sharp stuff is gonna try and fall onto you. And some of them can land onto your head, killing you. I'm not putting this out because with the person that's on the chain, on the leg wires, is responsible to pull the lever. And then next up, we have the cycle trap. That motorcycle cycle trap. The motorcycle trap. So, as you're in like a spiral center that's starting to spin around. And then it looks like you're actually trying to get the handle for the motorcycle to turn it off. And then you can also stop the motorcycle that's controlling it. And then it'll be easier. But what I did like the most is the way it killed him. So I'll actually put this on the bottom of Game Over. I think this is actually the best trap from the movie. And the next up is gonna be the shotgun keys. So what you're trying to do, and yeah, I don't have to be watching it to remember. If you actually shot someone, then You're the one that died. It actually goes to you. I'm putting this on like the top if you call that a test because I did actually like the explosion. It's also why I'm not putting it any lower. But it barely does anything, so. And then we got the laser collars. Stop it killing me now. Because you're gonna be trapped inside of that collar. And then as the laser goes up, it slices your head into like they are slices of pie. So. Yep. And then now we're on the spiral traps, which is the spin-off. Okay, I just came back from my break. So now we'll be talking about the traps from Spiral. Starting off, we're on the subway trap. That is actually a game over, really. It's really a game over. Because there's no way you can survive that. Unless you can actually survive that. Actually put this in like forever scared. Since you can uncuff your hands. And then like push your tongue out. But if you can't bring your hands out, you're cooked. And then next up is the finger trap. So as we start off, with the victim's fingers being stuck, as you're in like another one of those helmet traps. And then as your fingers are stuck, the wires that are attached to it are trying to pull them off. And then what would happen? The fact that you can't put your helmet off, you have to find a way to unlock it. Is to like trying to get your fingers pulled off, which is really painful. And oh yeah, this is actually a game over. Is it? Because oh yeah. Because you can't even hold anything if you want to lose your fingers, so. I don't think this putting it on the bottom of S tier is that good. Let's see, yeah. Actually put it above and the angel trap. And forgot to mention the blood starts going all over the tub. Almost like you're taking a blood bath. And the next trap is wax. The hot wax trap. starting off, you're covered in the wax cloth, and then wax is gonna fall right on you. And there's not even a way to do that. No, yeah. And then there's a sharp thing under your neck. That is also dangerous. It keeps cutting it. And then to actually see the makeup of the kill, which I do actually like, after you wax it off. Yeah. I will put this above the sealing jars under the laser collars and kill me now. The next trap we'll be talking about is the glass grinder. Actually, this is really an easy trap. That's all what happened. Glass goes through that man. Is you found the key in a trash can, and then you just use it as the shield. Not really the best one. Again, non-including test, so... And now we are talking about the kills. I mean, traps, blah, well, I'm gonna keep... What did I say? Kills again. But as I was saying... We are now talking about the traps from Saw X, my favorite. My top favorite Saw movie, so... We're going to talk about the eye vacuum first. Oh yeah, it's actually a good one. Sucking out your eyes. That's game over. Because you're going to go blind with that. Next is the pipe bomb trap. Alright, well, it's really easy to survive, just... I'm actually putting in breaking the rules, because it is brutal to cut those wires off. As both of your hands looks like it's amputated. Now we got the wire saw trap. Oh yeah. Actually, this is my favorite. Or second. This is actually my favorite kill on the movie, actually. Not my favorite. This and also my second favorite trap. And yes, they did do a way better decapitation than what that was in Saw 5. She actually, yeah. Put this in the top of Kill Me Now, actually. Because first off, you have to cut off your leg as quick as possible. Get the tube, and then fill that container out with your blood from the leg. So I can't put it in game over because the trap's actually still too easy. But don't worry. We also got the brain surgery. Which, yeah. Which you have to take those extra stuff off of your brain inside that acid before the time runs out to get the key. This also goes to kill me now. Because the brain's actually what controls you. And then, if you lost some stuff of your brain, what's gonna happen? Because you can lose some memories. Easily. But the way it kills them is cool. It looks like a mask. Next up is the radiation. Also putting this in breaking the rules. Because it's really easy. Which even she survived that. Actually. Just get the chains off of your foot. And the next step, which you can swing you. And then get off your arm. You're alright. But it did like that makeup, that burner, so. Next is the blood boarding trap. Oh yeah. Just go on the bottom of Forever Scared. Drowning in blood. Is you're trying to pull the lever to save each other. And it would be gross to do that. Next up is the glass chamber. Or, no, not glass, the gas chamber. Sorry if I got that wrong the first time, but. This is a trap where you get to eat some flesh. So, like, as you try to rob a place, which you're then have to be in those tubes, stick your head inside of those. Which if there's two of them, yeah. I would actually put this in. Again, I'll actually go to the bottom of Kill Me Now. If it's someone that I trust, then yeah, we can both survive that, but if it's a traitor, dead. And now we're on this symbol trap. which is actually like a post-credit trap. The mid-credit scene. I've heard of it, but I'll watch it. Actually, this is not a post-credit scene. This is from the middle of the credits. Let's go to the bottom of Kill Me Now. Or, actually no, can't survive that. It's the bottom of Game Over. Because there's like no explanation, and then dying is the thing that you're gonna be worried about last. So, yep. There's my list. Again, this is my opinion, so for anyone that, if you want to tell me which traps are your favorite, if you don't like it, oh well. Because anything negative I can delete, you know that. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will make videos every weekend. Which next week, starting this October, it's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna have like a lot of rankings happening. I will do like 2 movie rankings of a franchise, which is Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. And then I can like do the entire big 3 of Michael, Freddy, and Jason in one video. All 31 of the movies. And then I could do all designs for each one of them. A lot more. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to... Okay, I'm going deja vu. Okay, actually, already said that, and yep. Besides that, I'll see y'all next week.